Yo, what's going on guys? It's G Miners here, and in this video we have our first Solar Titan build of the season, which is a Hoyle based ignition build. A lot of you guys really liked my Void Hoyle build, which used some of the new mods of the system to basically revert the nerf that we got this season, making your ability uptime just as good as before. So I figured I'd do something very similar on Solar, but a lot of the mod options we are running here are going to be more geared towards the Solar subclass, where we have an infinite melee and super good class ability regen already. So unfortunately, this isn't just a one-for-one copy of the previous build I put out, but it does end up playing the exact same as Solar used to play before the Heart of Inmost Light nerf went live. The main aspects are going to be infinite restoration, constantly triggering ignitions against tankier enemies, and high ability uptime for our grenades and class ability so we can clear out rooms of ads with ease. We are super close to 60k subs, so if you guys haven't already, make sure to drop a like and sub down below. And with that said, let's hop into the Solar subclass tree first. Because we want faster ability regen, Rally Barricade is going to be better for the build. We save 10 seconds in total cooldown duration here, which is around 25% less energy that we need to build back up. Throwing Hammer is also better than Shoulder Charge in my opinion. With this, we get Cure, which is a straight chunk of health back anytime we pick the hammer up after successfully hitting an enemy, and this will also allow us to constantly proc Heart of Inmost Light. Lastly, I always run Thermite grenades on Titan. I feel like these are the best ad clear grenades in the entire game, but I only really use them on Titan because on Warlock, I'm always running fusion grenades. These will also be applying 60 Scorch stacks in total. Roaring Flames, as most people are aware, increases the damage our abilities deal as they get kills. So after 3 kills, Roaring Flames is going to cap out at a 73% increase at ×3 stacks. This will constantly be refreshed with additional ability kills or even ignition final blows, which is why Heart of Inmost Light is great for Solar because we pretty much have a roaming 73% increase for all our abilities. Sol Invictus, on the other hand, is going to make our ability kills drop sunspots, which will automatically be dealing damage and applying Scorch to enemies walking through them. This also spawns sunspots with scorched target defeats, and sunspots will be providing us with an increase in ability regen, along with restoration, which provides 40 HP of healing each second. For our fragments, we're gonna get 4 choices in total. So up first, Ember of Singeing is going to give us a 300% increase in our class ability regen. For this to work, we just need to apply Scorch to enemies, which is super easy since all our abilities do this, and we get this increase for 3 seconds. Ember of Ashes is going to increase the Scorch stacks we apply to enemies by 50%. This will help us trigger ignitions against tankier enemies that accumulate higher Scorch stacks much more often. Ember of Empyrean is going to be great for this build in particular. Ability or solar weapon final blows will increase the duration of both radiant and restoration effects. We spam abilities, which means as soon as we get restoration through our sunspots, we're going to be able to maintain a roaming healing effect as long as we keep getting ability kills. Lastly, I have on Ember of Searing, which just got reworked. Now, killing enemies who are affected by Scorch will drop a fire sprite. Grabbing this will then give us grenade energy back, and it's going to also give a stack of armor charge through our artifact. The mods on this build are going to be extremely important because they mainly focus on grenade and class ability regen. We won't be needing any melee regen here since we don't ever lose the hammer, and I also heavily prioritize grenade energy with this build since we get a ton of class ability energy through Ember of Singeing. On my helmet, I just have this saved for Siphon and Finder mods specifically. Firepower on my gauntlets will allow the build to create orbs of power on grenade final blows, and then grabbing these will give us armor charge stacks. So to use these, I have on 2 copies of Grenade Kickstart, which returns grenade energy when using our grenade ability, consuming all of our armor charge stacks in the process. Like in most builds, my chest piece just has on resistance mods. Then on my boots, stacks on stacks is used to increase the amount of armor charge we get per stack we pick up. By default, an Orb of Power or anything else that gives armor charge stacks gives 1 at a time. So with this mod on, we'll now be getting 2 each time. I do also have on Innervation and Insulation so that we get a bit of grenade and class ability energy back each time we pick up orbs of power we create. Lastly, on my class item, there is Double Bomber. This gives a chunk of grenade energy back when using my class ability. This is why I spam barricades as often as I do, and this synergizes pretty well with Heart of Inmost Light. And then Utility Kickstart will also work the same as Grenade Kickstart, where we're getting class ability energy back instead whenever we use our class ability by consuming armor charges. Overall, this build feels great since we have a constant source of healing and our abilities are getting buffed by both Heart of Inmost Light and by Roaring Flames. Hoyle, our mods, and the sunspots all aid in giving our abilities back super quickly, and so does Ember of Singeing, and with Thermites, our ad clear is super solid in harder content too. When going up against tankier enemies, I usually will spam my base melee, which is going to be applying something like 30 or 40 scorch stacks each punch, as long as Roaring Flames is up, which allows me to instantly trigger ignitions. Let me know your thoughts on the build in the comments below, and if you're running Titan on day 1, let me know the setups that you're currently planning to go in with. I will also be streaming my team's POV of Root of Nightmares this coming Friday, and I will have some more loadouts and setups in their own videos showing what we plan to run. So if you guys are interested in seeing those videos, make sure to let me know if there's anything specific you want to know. You can also find a link to my Twitch in the description below if you're interested in watching us live. Anyways, that's all for this video. As always, have a good one, guys. Peace.